Let's choose an empty slot to start designing a new dashboard. Click on the Edit button to start adding some controls. Click on the pivot grid. Once you see it on the screen, assign either a regular template or an OLAP template from the Templates menu, then resize the pivot grid control and choose its location on the screen. Now add a new news control by repeating the same procedure. Notice that once the control is on the screen, you can arrange it by choosing a location option from the small toolbox or by simply doing a drag and drop. Since we still have place left on the screen, let's finalize the dashboard by adding a gauge control. Click on the gauge button from the menu, assign a template for it, and now you have to fill in the proper fields for the gauge to show correct readings and calculations. After doing that, resize and arrange its location and you are ready to go. Before we save the dashboard, we can customize the pivot grid control. We can have it to show only the grid and the chart horizontally next to it, or grid and the chart vertically below it, or only to show the chart. As you can see next, we have list of chart types. By just clicking on it, the chart in the pivot grid will change automatically. In case you decide to check other dashboards, instead of going out to home screen, just click on the dashboard option from the top menu and choose the desired one. Now click on Save so that we can explore some after save options. When the dashboard is saved, we can customize the pivot grid control via its special menu. Click on Show Pivot Grid menu to see the menu options of the grid. The Print Preview option shows a user-friendly window where you can print, save, and even email the information found on the grid. Export option lets you to export the screen in XLS, XLSX, and PDF formats. Show Field List option opens up a window where you can drag and drop the fields you want to remove or add from the screen. Pre-filter option acts like an SQL where condition where you can add an and or condition to filter the type of data showing in the grid. The top filter lets you customize the number of rows to show in the grid and also sets the sorting criteria. Custom Measures Editor gives you the ability to add a user-defined column where you can formulate the data according to functions, operators, fields, and even constants. Custom Summary lets you choose a field and create a summary for it by clicking on any type from a predefined list. Even after saving, we can still change the view type of the grid. We can either make the grid chart view horizontally or vertically. And also, we can choose to view the grid alone or the chart alone. The chart menu has the standard industry charts list for you to choose from. The designer option is just a shortcut to go to the design dashboard section for the current dashboard and do any desired changes. In the right corner you will find options to show some basic information about the pivot grid. List of included and excluded filters and a button to maximize the grid and the chart to cover the whole screen. After changing the design of the dashboard, you need to click on Save Layout Design. However, this can be set to true from the general settings found at home screen so that it saves automatically when leaving the screen. Click on the full screen option to maximize the dashboard to cover the entire dimension of the monitor. Once the dashboard is saved, we can choose to share it with another user. We can even see the list of users we shared the dashboard with.